Oh, g'day. Yeah, so I did a video a bit earlier today, talking about a few different things, but if you hurt someone, if you have to fight and you hurt someone, then you lost that fight. If you know how to fight, then there's something else you could have done. You know what I mean? Or if you had to fight to start with, there's something else that you could have done. So, anyway, I had to spend a bit of time having some stillness. And I was thinking of a few people, one person in particular, and I did a bit of a meditation and said some prayer and stuff for them. And I could feel, I could perceive that was having a good positive effect for them, you see. And then I realised that I was clearing all this stuff that they had in their energy field. That's the same kind of heaviness and these locks, these constructs, these mental constructs that we make in our mind, and they're out here in our energy field. They're out here, you see, and they're sitting over here and they're locking around there, and they're just sort of sitting there, you know what I mean? And so, I've kind of forgot about some of my own demons, some of my own battles, some of my own stresses, some of the knots that are back here in my own mind. It's like they're knots, and they're actually turning in this spiral cyclonic effect, interestingly enough, just the same as things work on the sun and the same as things work here on Earth. There's a correlation to the sun. So when you have a sunspot, then you get an Earth spot, which is a tropical low, and they spin in this cyclonic manner. Well, the same thing happens here in the brain. And very interesting research just published about 6 weeks ago. Very interesting stuff. I've got it saved here somewhere on this device. I could bring it up and reference it for you, but I don't have it, so I can't reference it. But you can find it. It was on AG Pub. But anyway, what we're talking about is the demons that we all carry around with us. They're here. They're behind us. They sort of tend to be where we can't see them. We carry them on our shoulders. You see, they're over here in these kind of places, and they're agitating us. They're tormenting us. They're torturing us. We're afraid. We're locked up, and we're angry. And we forget that we sort of make these shortcuts in our mind, or we rob Peter to pay Paul, and do all kinds of stuff in our mind. We have all kinds of stresses going on in life, depending on our circumstance, depending on our environment, depending on the situation, relationship. Excuse me, I'm just doing an educational video. So where we come to with this is you've got to find that stillness that I'm talking about. You've got to find the quiet. Do a bit of Qigong. Here's some Qigong different to what I was showing before. There's a Chap Sao, Tay Sao, Gok Sao, Pok Sao. Why don't we just get a scoop, gather it, pick it up, draw it up, and then over and outside the head. Alright? So you've got to be doing that. Excuse me, the bloody plane. Sorry about that bloody noisy aircraft. I try to keep them out of the sound. Dogs barking is fine, but noisy aircraft, just try and leave it out, if I can. But yeah, so where I'm going with all of this is, if you can pray for another person, just be happy. Pray for another person to be healed. Pray for another person to have what they need. Pray for another person to feel peace. Pray for another person to feel love in their heart. And pray for another person to have love and grace and happiness and peace in their life. And pray to the highest and purest source of good, or the God, whatever you perceive that to be, whatever name you want to give it. And do it selflessly. Do it sincerely and authentically for the other person or people. Particularly if they're people that you've got a problem with. Then pray for them. Like they're your own child, and like you love them, like you want them to have the best life possible, like you would for your own child, for your own baby. And you might have experience with that. You might have thrown out a prayer when you're holding your baby, or you're holding someone's baby, or you've seen something, or you're an animal or something, you might have let a prayer go out there. Well, if you have in the past, you've got that experience. And so you take that what was so dear in your heart and you feel that sincerity and that love and that prayer and that wish for the people you're having trouble with, or you don't like, or you hate, or you can't forgive, or you can't let go, or you don't want to have anything to do with, probably your family. Pray for them like that, and you'll find that all kinds of things will change in them and by default in you. Here comes another plane. Look how big that thing is. What a monster. The little boy in me loves the fact that these giant things are flying around. They got these jet turbine engines because I always loved that. I lived in the flight path between military aircraft and other planes, civilian planes. I didn't really like the civilian-like planes. I didn't run outside for them, but every time there was a helicopter or a military aircraft, I would run outside, particularly for the turbine props and for the jets. Like the turbine prop jet engines and the helicopters and the jet engines. I really love the jets. I love the jets. Problem is, I don't have one of those jets for myself. Look, can you see it over there? I don't know if you can see it, but it is huge. That thing's like something out of bloody Star Wars. It's that big. Like that's the kind of thing you send it to another planet. That's insane. It's insane how big those things are. Absolutely love them, but I apologise for the noise in the background of my videos. Since I still got you and I've got a bit of quiet, then that meditation, you can have there at any time. Focus the top of the head, the highest and purest source of good in the universe, and then relax the face, neck, chest, stomach, abdomen, dantian, hips, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, into the ground, center of the earth. Now, if you want to do some kind of scoop and gathering, you gather and you scoop it up like that, and you pick it up, draw it, turn it over, and out through the top of the head. Right, so you can do that. And then you have, when you come over here, can you see me here? Where am I? And you go up like that, and draw it back, and then touch the wall and push the wall away. Or touch a fridge, push the fridge away. Touch whatever it is. No effort, no resistance. It's a fridge, just move it. There's no effort, no resistance. From there, you gather around, draw behind your back, up, pick up like a forklift, bring it back, compress it, touch the fridge, and just simply move the fridge away. So we do 4 each of them. It's a little bit difficult to do without holding with one hand, I just don't want to be making you seasick about a few of those kind of things like that. Plus, this is the best light as the light's fading. But you get what I'm saying, What's the most important thing for you is relationships with people. How's the relationship with yourself? Do you love anyone as much as you love yourself? Or do you love yourself as much as you love somebody else? Is there somebody that you love more than yourself? Well, how about you try loving yourself as much as you love that person? Use that person as the example for you to pray for them. Pray sincerely for the absolute best for them, and happiness and well-being and health and grace and life, for heaven to be in their life here on earth. And then take that, and then for anyone you're having trouble with, you don't like, then pray for them in that same way, with that same energy. Now you have that example. And then pray for yourself that same way, that same example. And then it's easy to pray for the collective. Now I'll let you know a little secret. If you go, oh, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, Thou, highest and purest source of good, please be with me. Please guard and protect me. Please cleanse me, purify me, strengthen me, heal me, uplift me, enliven me, and empower me. Please give me the grace of the divine. Please energize and revitalize, restore and rejuvenate me. Please re-enliven me. Please cleanse me and give me guard and protection. And to ensure that I receive from the absolute highest and purest source of good in the universe, I offer these 3 words, these words of praise repeated 3 times, a particular tone. Now here's the secret, right? It's in the tone. You go like this. It's the words and it's the tone, okay? The tone is the secret. I'm letting you know a big secret here, right? You go, praise divine, grace sublime, love divine, true sublime. Just cut this bloody jet noise out. Praise divine, grace sublime, love divine, true sublime. Says praise divine, grace sublime, love divine, true sublime. Then you go into chant and you go Thank you, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, Thou, highest and purest source of good. May all beings feel peace. May all beings feel love. May all beings feel grace. Right, so that's how you do it. That's just one secret, so you can put your own spin on that. You pass on this sacred knowledge to you, because then sacred knowledge has been passed on to me. Now, we're on this together. Now, you get a lot of things like that you're not allowed to pass that on. They're not initiated. You can't pass that. Well, you can pass that on. And technically, if you want to say anything about initiation, then I just initiated you. If you participated in that, and you did that with a sincere heart, or even if you didn't, but you want to go back and do it again now, then, or in the future, then that is enough of initiation for you to have the current. Excuse me for that bloody noise. I'll wrap it up here. Wish the best. Cheerio.